Welcome everybody, rolling out from my favorite little spot, the Baguette Cafe. Dropping down nice and gently because my wheels are fucked and really crooked. And I don't want to spend thousands of dollars to have them replaced. My rear one needs some serious truing and adjusting, and my front one, the rims are all fucked up and I need a new wheel. But because I recently learned BMW stands for burn my wallet, I don't want to pay for that right now. I love the shit out of this bike, but had I known how expensive it was, like maintenance and parts are, and knowing what I do to my machines, off-road, adventuring, I would not have bought this thing because it is so expensive. Like, holy shit. It's fun to ride, but this is really a touring bike, not an off-road machine. A touring bike with light off-road capability. Now, today, we are talking about relationships. I've been in a relationship coming up on 6 months. Not a lot of time. My first relationship, my only relationship, what I hope to be my last relationship. So I'm going to be telling you 7 things I've learned being in a relationship. Number 1, I knew this before me and Kiwi got together. I heard this from people all over, and I talked to 2 Vietnam veterans, each of which sadly both their wives had passed, but they had been married for 50 and 54 years. And they say communication, but more importantly, open communication, honest communication. Communication is key. You got to talk about your feelings, even if it's hard, even if it sucks. If it's a really hard conversation, it is best to have it then than to let it build up into something, explode, and let there be dishonesty and lying and betrayal and all that other shit. Us guys, we're not mind readers. Women aren't mind readers. Just be honest. Say what you want. Next thing, respect goes 2 ways. Everything you want out of your partner, for me, I want someone who will be submissive when the time comes, who will trust me, who will allow me to be protective, who will let me call shots when it is necessary, and who will hear me out and who will listen to me and respect me. However, it goes 2 ways. I had Kiwi change a lot of things. I told her straight up front, a lot of things she had done previously, I am not comfortable with. And she respected that. However, I have to offer that same thing. There was a situation I wasn't comfortable with her going. I thought it was dangerous. I could not go with her. And she did not go, even though she wanted to, out of respect for my wishes. Now, in order to have that level of trust where your partner will just simply do as you say because it's you who's saying it and they love you and they want to be loyal and respectful of your wishes, that same thing goes both ways. She is not comfortable with me riding without gear, even if I'm just going down the street to pick up some milk. Under any circumstances, I rode without gear for like little things like that. She will not tolerate it, no matter what, and she will not back down on that. So you know what? I am respectful, and even though I think it's a little ridiculous, I wear gear all the time now. You know, except for a few videos, but usually I get my ass destroyed for that. But yes, respect goes 2 ways. If I get to have veto powers and say, no, you're not allowed to do this, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with it, that same veto power goes to her as well. She has to have that as well. Next thing is always share your expectations, your sexual needs, your moral expectations, your ethical expectations. Talk about your guys' features. Don't fuck around and be nervous and, oh, what if she thinks this and this of me, or oh, this view I have is unpopular. Guess what, bro? You can do what Hamza and a lot of these fucking self-improvement gurus tell you to do, and you can fake yourself to be more appealing and more palatable to the average female or the average audience, which, to be real, most of you guys watching, you probably don't want average. You probably don't want the stereotypical Western woman. You get that, and you might get initial attraction. You might get a girl to hook up with you, etc., but eventually she's going to find out. The truth always comes out, and it's also really fucking exhausting to pretend to be someone you're not. You might as well be honest about all of your strengths, all of your flaws, and all of your beliefs right up front. She needs to know what she's getting into. And if you tell her what to expect and she gets what she should expect, there's not going to be turbulence and drama, or nearly as much at least. Next thing is be in tune with your emotions, not controlled by them. I notice us men are kind of trained to not be emotional. I sometimes am too much of a nice guy. I'm Mr. Rogers, so like I never speak my mind. Or if something bothers me, you know, she'll end up being more upset by it than I am. And I end up coddling her with how bad she feels about it. And then my feelings aren't communicated. Now, there's a difference. Being in tune with your emotions doesn't mean, oh, you scream, you cry, you throw fits, you're an asshole, and, oh, well, I'm human, I'm just being emotional. No, you need to control your emotions and keep them on a tight leash, not repress them. You need to control them, though. People confuse controlling with suppression. Your emotions, men, do matter. If something bothers you, it is absolutely right and fair, and you need to be able to discuss that openly with your partner and explore that. Yeah, by the way, this is Kiwi's GoPro. I think I finally got it working. It had this freezing issue where it would freeze, but I reinstalled the firmware, and I think it works now. So yeah, we have another camera angle. Maybe we'll see. I guess you'll see in post. Woo! I can't take this thing really over like 80, 90 miles per hour because the wheels are kind of fucked up and it vibrates a lot. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. But yeah, guys, you really got to be honest. You really got to speak your mind. What you are comfortable with and what you aren't comfortable with. You need to be dead on and upfront with that. You know, if she's wanting to go out, hang out with one-on-one with a male friend and you're not cool with that, don't, oh, well, in order to not offend her, I'm just gonna not say anything, and then it's gonna bother me later, and I'm gonna end up being angry or resentful, but she's not gonna know why, because I never established a boundary. So you can't be angry at your partner for not respecting a boundary that you never clearly established. Now, granted, if these are common sense boundaries, such as cheating and things like that, that's a different story. But I do see people getting angry that their partner doesn't, like, hyper-read into things and read their mind and know exactly what upsets them and why, because they're passing like, dude, how would you know? I'm gonna zip this up to reduce the wind noise. What do you think of the shirt, guys? Pretty badass, I know. Next thing is, all this shit only works with the compatible person. Unfortunately, some people very close to me are not in good relationships. They ask their partner to improve and grow on very small things. I've asked Kiwi to change 10 times more than some of these people have asked their spouses to change, but their spouses won't do it, and there's constant drama and hardship because of that. All this shit will not work, and let's grow together, baby, let's do this, and let me respect your feelings. This will not work unless your partner is fully faithful, loyal, and dedicated to changing and growing and to be good for you. You know, if they're selfish or hyper set in their ways and incredibly stubborn, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have a really tough time. Oh my god, why is the wind so loud? My windscreen is kind of broken, so I gotta get that fixed. But I welded this custom bracket because the shitty ones kept breaking, so my buddy helped me weld this together, but it snaps, so it like leans back too much and the wind goes straight to my face. So if I'm down here, it's fine, but like I'm 6'5", dude. How the fuck do I avoid this? So I'm gonna have to get it re-soldered in. I haven't been to Red Rock in a very, very long time. This is gonna be quite therapeutic. But yeah, guys, you need to have the right person, the right partner. Another little bonus thing I'll add is there is no like the one out there. There's probably a number of prospects who would do well. What you need is someone who has your same, now, you know, sexual attraction, surface level chemistry, ping pong, you know, enjoyable company, all of that stuff is important, but that surface level, and it changes or erodes over time. Over time, sexual attraction, it's not as big of a deal, and you know, people age, bodies change. It's nice, but it's very temporary, and a lot of people will bring you that. So, I see too many young guys confuse lust with love. They get the first hot chick who sucks their dick and like, oh my god, I love her. She's covered with these red flags, and they catch feelings for a hoe. You cannot confuse lust with love. Love is dedication. Love is being there for your partner even when you don't want to, and love is standing by and sticking up for your partner. Even if you guys were just in an argument and you're fucking pissed off at them, you still do right by them no matter what. It is dedication. It's like swearing loyalty to your empire. That is what love is. It's not logical, and it's selfless. So too many people think they're in love, but in reality they're in love with the way that person makes them feel. They're not in love with that person. Next thing, keep dating each other and shoveling coal. I say shoveling coal. I use an analogy a lot for relationships. Relationships are like a steam engine. Imagine like a constant level bar, right? And it slowly drops over time. Yo, biker! Oh, nigga didn't wave. Fuck you. It slowly drops over time. You know, stress, life, or personal events and mental stuff can make it drop faster. You need to constantly fill it with coal. You need to constantly shovel more coal up, keep the fire burning, keep throwing shit in the stove, keep putting in effort, and keep dating your partner. You know, after you're together, after you're married, I see it destroy couples. They stop dating. They let themselves go. You know, oh, we're married now. And then they stop exercising. They stop making sex super spicy. It gets boring and life beats them down and they get busy and they have kids and school and taxes, and they stop making an effort to reconnect and check in and just, hey, baby, how are you doing? How do you feel we are doing? How are you feeling about this relationship right now? And that conversation can be hard. You might get a, I don't feel like you're meeting my needs sexually, baby. Or, well, I don't know, I feel like it hasn't been as adventurous. I haven't really felt the same. You need to be able to tell that and to be able to hear that and receive it from your partner. You know, you got to keep dating. You got to keep trying to surprise him and catch him off guard and just hit him with that love. Hit him with the love left hook. When my girlfriend least expects it, she'll randomly come home from work and there'll be flowers, or I'll drop in on work, you know, during a lunch break and bring her something nice, you know? You got to hit him. Boom, take that, motherfucker. Love uppercut. Bam, or I'm tired, I'm beat up. And no, guess what? Bam, I'm popping up, and now you're going to get a massage. Bitch, you're going to get loved on, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it, because I'm the best partner you're ever gonna fucking get. So boom, I already got the hot microwave towels ready, in the baby oil and the music and the low light ambience and everything. I'm gonna give you this great, beautiful massage, and I am not gonna try and slip my dick in your butt while I'm doing it. That is one thing, by the way, doing something for them and not wanting a sexual favor in return. Granted, I'll always want one, but not asking for one in return and doing it just for them is they really like that. Trust me. Now, granted, it's not always easy. I am one of the horniest bastards ever to walk the fucking earth. I am so goddamn horny, it's an inconvenience sometimes, and I used to be terrified of my own sex drive. So trust me, guys, I know it's not easy, but really reminding them that you will do things for them when there's not sex involved is a good thing to do. But also, don't be afraid to spice it up a little bit and ask for it. Last thing I'll mention, when you have a disagreement, if there's something uncomfortable, if there's something hard you're going through, you got to remember, it is you guys versus the problem. I always say to Kiwi, it's us versus the problem, not you. You know, I'll give you an example. Just last night, I'm not going to go into detail, but something fucked up kind of happened. You know, she did something she shouldn't have. My feelings were hurt. And she was all upset, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm so terrible. And, you know, getting all anxious and freaking out. And I'm like, look, baby, it is me and you versus the problem, not me versus you. You know, this isn't anything personal, so quit beating yourself up about this. Let's take a step back and figure out why you did this and what you're going to do to change. You know, this action is the problem, not you. I'm not attacking you. I love you, and I want to get through this with you. That's the list. You can click off this video, or if you're really cool, you'll stay just because I'm fucking awesome and you love to hear my sexy voice. So I'm going to give you some news. This person I've been talking about, Kiwi, we've been together coming up on 6 months now. She is my first serious relationship. You know, I dated maybe 3-4 women. One of them I went out with 3 times. The other ones, it was all only one date. That my dating experience and everything was fucking abysmal. But and I know a lot of you guys are gonna freak out and have freaked out when I talk about this, but I intend on proposing to this woman. Kiwi, if you're watching this video, get off, because I'm gonna talk about important shit now. I'm gonna be proposing to her on, I know you're watching, get out of here, go! I'm gonna propose to her on December 14th, the day after we met. I would like to do it on the day we met, but I've got some family flying in. It's going to be a bit of a surprise when I do it. So, and sadly, they couldn't make it on the 13th because tickets were super high. But December 14th is the day I'm going to propose to her. This is very cheesy, but I'm going to be singing to her because she's really into that shit. And I'm going to kneel and ask the question. But before, I got to go to Utah and ask her mother and stepfather for their blessing. Now, a lot of you guys, holy shit, that's too fast. Only 6 months. Check it out, a Harley waved, holy shit. Look, bro, totally fair observation, and I know everyone says this, but I have seen so many relationships fail and so many succeed. I have felt, to be honest, I don't want to sound like an egotistical asshole, but I feel so fucking over-prepared for this. I know exactly what I want. By the second night, we discussed all of our morals, our political beliefs, our goals, our children, what we want to name our children, how we would raise them, what we would do if one of our kids came out as gay or transgender. We've had all of these conversations. And we have found we just fucking click and line up on so much. So look, I had that thought, like, right, she's my first, my only, you know, she's actually the girl I lost my virginity to. So me being a dude and an extra horny dude too is like, well, I have no frame of reference. I haven't been with other women. I'm sacrificing, you know, sexual fun. But ultimately, that is very short term. I have never met anyone who currently partakes in the sexual fun, sleep around, be a manho lifestyle who is actually fucking happy. All of them are miserable. Every person I've spoke to has done it in the past tense, such as my father, says it's empty, abysmal, it's short-term fun. And also, I don't believe I've shared this before, when I was so horny and down bad, I never wanted to, you know, do a hookup. It went against my morals. But when I broke and I was so fucking horny and I'm like, you know what? I want to lose my V card. I want to do this. I don't think I'm going to find a good woman at any point. You know, I don't want to be a virgin at 35, so at 25. So I was on the apps, and eventually I got 2 hookups lined up. Pretty attractive women. On both of them, at the last moment, I backed out because I realized these women, not to be insulting, but they're hoes. One of them actually had a boyfriend. I found her Instagram, and she had a boyfriend and was doing the shit and hiding it from him. And I just thought, this is a hoe, or definitely someone I have no romantic interest in. I'm just going to fuck them. I'm just going to use their body. I'm essentially going to masturbate, and I'm going to use them as a fleshlight. And I realized that I thought about it. I knew I would go through with it. Maybe it'd be fun. Maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe it'd be awkward. But after the fact, I would want to lay down and I'd want to cuddle. And I'd want to talk about cute, wholesome shit. And I'd want to talk about my future. And I knew that I would probably catch feelings for a fucking hoe. I was not going to be that guy. to catch feelings for a fucking hoe, man. I can't do that. So I backed out of both of them last minute. I know how I am, dude. And honestly, anecdotally, I'll tell you, I struggle to get hard if it's not romantic, if it's not someone I'm interested in. I can't do that, dude. There has to be like love and passion and something deep there. It can't just be, oh, I'm horny, let me get my rocks off. You know, I was a porn addict for years, man. It never felt good, ever. There was nothing real. I was simply doing it to not be horny so I could focus. I wasn't doing it because it actually felt good, because it didn't. There was nothing there. The rush of that compared to the rush of real sex with someone you love and you're going to marry, you want to spend your future with, and it's this ongoing adventure, and you do it again and again, and you grow and you learn and you get better and you do more and more. It is so much better than just, you know, blind, retarded hookups or being with someone you don't give a shit about. Other things, I already made the decision. God is going to make this woman either biggest blessing. I got lucky. First fucking solid attempt. I found the woman of my life, and it's going to be beautiful. Does it sound too good to be true? Yeah, I mean, it went so fucking well. Things were going so good. I was nervous there was a red flag or something I was missing, but I really wasn't. I wasn't. You know, she's got a very low body count, especially considered a woman here in the West. Super innocent, wholesome, sweet, compassionate, kind, self-sacrificing, financially pulls her own weight, tries to spoil me, buys me things too. She bought me flowers once, you know? Hardworking, rugged, she rides a motorcycle, she knows how to use tools, she does labor, she cleans after herself, she wants to do favors and help me. You know, she'll help me out, if you know what I'm saying, even if she's not in the mood. Like, I literally could not ask for more. Not to mention she's funny and retarded as fuck, just like me. Like, my random crazy energy, she is all of that and then some. So who am I to put her on a shelf, bullshit off, and come back later and expect her to sit there and wait for me? Now, a prenup is already been agreed upon. I'm taking precautions. My parents divorced. I've got someone close to me who might be going through divorce, and they just got fucking married. You know, I'm not going to this being a retard. I made a full list of everything I wanted to see. I made a list of deal breakers. I've been very careful. I know emotions are involved, so I've been very tactical and planned and measured about this. A prenup will be in order, so current financial assets and future financial assets will not be at risk. We have the terms of that already set. We have, if there's a child involved, we already discussed what the terms of child support would be if there was a kid involved. To be fair on both ends, all of this is going to be done and the legal shit will be set up before the day of the wedding. After I propose, it'll be about 8 months of being together, 9 months by the time I propose. By the time we get married, we will have been together for at least a year away, possibly more. So we will have been together well over a year by that point. You know, we've lived together for a while. I've seen how she does under stress. I've seen how she is when she's mad. So I don't know a reason not to. The only major risk I'm taking that I'm aware of is heartbreak, which if she's just my girlfriend, fiance, or if she's my wife, heartbreak is a risk either way. So I either will get the ultimate fuel to start my supervillain origin story, or I'm going to have a happy, wonderful, lucky woman as my first relationship. I'm going to marry her and it's going to be great, and I'm going to be a very, very lucky man. I'm going to be one of the luckiest men alive, because most men have to get burned and fucked and endure some really deep scars at the hand of a few bad women before they find a good one. And sadly, that case goes for women too. That was the case with Kiwi. You know, the two guys she was with before me were not very good people, which is why it's a good thing that I chose her and she didn't choose me, because she is not very good at sniffing people out. So yeah, that's it for this video. Wow, I really miss Red Rock. Let me know what you think of the different camera angles and shit. Sorry it's been so difficult with uploads, guys. Business has been really slow. I'm not making that much money, and but heavy bills and bike bills and all this shit's been coming up, so I'm doing my best. Hopefully I'll be making more videos soon. Ciao!